So y'all, we've been traveling for over 4 years. Over 4 years full-time traveling, and we've never done this, not even close. Today we're moving out.
We are. Like, he just threw this on me, like, really?
Actually, tomorrow. If you want to be technical about it, tomorrow we're moving out.
Yeah, because we haven't packed up anything. Are you sure we're moving out?
All right, schedule says we're moving out. This is going off the rails, but somehow or another, we're leaving and our stuff is leaving.
He's being real, y'all, and
Totally truthful.
we will show you the process, but we are going to be living hotel life in a hotel because the RV is going to the shop tomorrow.
And it's going to the shop for a brand new roof. This is going to be a forever roof. And the company who reached out to us said, hey, you want to try one of our roofs and see how you like it and tell your people about it? And let me tell you, in over 4 years of doing YouTube, we have people every single day. We get emails from people. Oh, you should look at this. Oh, tell your people about this. Blah, blah, blah. And we always say no, 100% of the time. The only sponsor we've ever had is somebody we pursued because we like their product and we like their service. Many of y'all know who that is. So this time, RVRoof.com reached out to us and said, hey, try one of our roofs. You're going to like it. And even if you don't, all we want you to do is just to talk about it. No funny business. No say this, don't say this. They don't care what we say because they know we're going to be honest about it. So that's the deal. So we're going to bring you along. It's going to be so exciting for me because they're going to rip stuff off. They're going to scare the crumbs out of us, to be polite. And they're going to put it all back together again somehow. So it's a process.
The reason it's scary is because we have solar. They're like, oh, not a problem. They're removing everything gets removed. They're removing all of our solar, but they're going to put it all back. So, but our next thing is we've got to pack up to move out of the RV for a week.
Now, as RVers, we're good at traveling. We're not good at packing because look, we take everything with us. Everything with us comes with us everywhere we go. That's why we live the RV life. Our home comes with us. Our bathroom comes with us. Our pantry comes with us. We don't live out of suitcases.
Nope.
We do now.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Matthew's probably going to hurt me and put me in one of these duffel bags because
it's a body bag.
We have discovered AnyList, which is wonderful, and we just decided
it's free.
We decided to do a packing list, and like I said, we're moving out of the RV. I have 94 items on that packing list, and this is just for a week. How could we ever pack up to like fly somewhere? I don't know. We're so out of practice. But
practice makes perfect.
But because we live in an RV, we can't have those big, what do you call them? Like big kind of suitcases? Hard surface suitcases or whatever. Like we need duffel bags that collapse. So these collapse. Would you believe there's 2 of these?
Oh, cool. You stacked them in each other.
Yeah. I got to take the tags off this. We went to a discount store, y'all.
You might as well tell them what it's called.
Roses, which
there's more than one, believe it or not. We didn't know that.
I knew about this because my mom introduced it to me at a young age called Roses Wholesale.
There was a Roses in Pearl, Mississippi.
Yeah, they have them here in Florida. Look at this. So this was only $14.99.
That's rugged, y'all.
Yeah.
That's not that cheap fabric there. That's pretty rough.
So I've got to start packing, and tomorrow is Sunday. They're going to let us drop the RV off tomorrow at 2:30. So we're going to try to be out of here by 1. Y'all, we're wrapping it up. And we left the electric for last, y'all. We usually never do this. I'll show y'all. We usually put everything up before we bring the slides in, but it is hot. And we left the AC on in the RV as long as possible. We got the truck running. And I don't know if we told y'all, but over here, we stayed here. We rented this spot for a month. Our month is not up, so we're leaving our picnic table cover because we are actually coming back here after we get the roof to finish our monthly stay. We called the office. They said that's fine. We're fine. All right, y'all. We got it all in here.
And this is a lot of stuff, but keep in mind, we have our home office with us. We have all this kind of stuff with us, food with us. So this ain't normal. This ain't normal hotel packing, if you can tell.
There's my monitor. That's the one thing y'all would be surprised I brought. I need my monitor. Matthew's gonna work without his monitor. We'll see how well he does.
We're all riding down the same road, hugging curves and dimes and potholes, trying to make up time. Sometimes it goes the way you want it, sometimes it goes the other way. Mostly it's somewhere in between your nightmares and all your crazy dreams. But if you got what you need, you can kick back and enjoy that ride.
All right, y'all, at RV Roof, and this is where they told us to drop our RV. They said it was fine. They're gonna drag it into the shop tomorrow. They drug an electrical cord out here to plug in, even though we have solar, just to make sure that our fridge stays on, because once it's in there, we're not gonna have solar anymore, but they're gonna plug it in once it's in the bay, and we will be back tomorrow and show y'all some of the process. But now we're gonna go check into our hotel.
Well, we're leaving our home.
I know, it's always sad to leave our home, and this time we're leaving it for like a week. But we get to come back and visit her every day, though.
That's true. So we don't need her to send us postcards or write us letters or anything like that.
There's Lady Belle.
There she is. Wave goodbye.
She's gonna get a new top. He said that the chicken would be fine. We said, is the chicken okay?
I know that's what everybody's worried about the most. Is the chicken okay?
Yeah. Is Clunk Norris gonna be fine? He said, yeah, they're gonna cover him up. He'll be fine. He started laughing. He said, the chicken will be safe.
All right, now, we're not going to explain it right now. We'll explain it when we get to where we're staying, but we got a little bit of drama, and it ain't over, so let's go figure that out, and then you'll know about it shortly. All right, so we told you we had some drama concerning the hotel. We're not at the hotel. We're at a church, which is a good place to be. But it's Sunday afternoon, there's nobody here. So we're just in the parking lot taking up space.
You told him it was drama, but you didn't say it was with the hotel.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's drama with the hotel. So without getting too far into our personal business, I'm going to tell you what happened. We have a credit card that we use specifically for the purpose of racking up points. And I know. There are the Dave Ramseys of the world who say, don't do that. Well, whatever. We did it.
We did it.
We did it. And we'll do it again.
Right.
Although
we didn't think we were gonna do it.
We didn't think we were gonna do it again, but I guess we will. So the gist of it is this, folks, and because this may happen to you sometime, and maybe you'll have this in your back of your head, and you'll be like, oh, okay. So the short of it, very short, we used our points, made a reservation on the credit card website, and the reservation was had. I called the hotel multiple times because I'm insane. I like to make sure of things. And they say, yes, 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 for the thousandth time. You're in our system. You're good. Okay. And it has, well, I'm not going to tell you what it has. That's her special thing. But it has what it needs to have. So the problem came in. We're on our way to FlexArmor, right, with the rig. And we have speakerphone in the truck like you probably do. And they said, well, we have a problem. And the problem is
5 minutes before we were supposed to leave Champions Run.
Oh, yeah, that's it. And because we have an appointment, we have to get at FlexArmor at the right time. So they say, we have a problem. Here's our problem. It was a major bank. But whatever little subsidiary they use to actually do the business, you know, there's a big web of companies behind the bank. They'd never heard of them, and they didn't pay the hotel people properly, like at all. So they thought. So fast forward, we're trying to call the credit card company.
Keep getting hung up on.
Yeah, we keep getting hung up on, not because I'm mad or Sean's mad. It's the system, oh, we're transferring you now. Click.
Click.
Every time, click. It's like
we have to have a place to stay, people.
and they say you'll be on an average hold time is 5 minutes, so 15 minutes later, click. And Sean's like, ah. So the very, very exceptionally nice people at this hotel.
One other thing, the hotel is booked.
And it's sold out tomorrow, yeah.
Sold out.
And we need to be there until, we think, Friday.
Yeah.
So anyways, the hotel called us back, and we called them, and eventually at one point I just said, Tag, you're it. He thought that was funny. So the assistant general manager was on the phone with us, and he said, let me call my manager at home and see if my general manager, and see if we can cancel this reservation since we can't get our money, and just give you that reservation since it's our reservation anyways. And long story even shorter, he did that, and the manager said, well, check one thing for me. And that one thing was, it was paid in their system, but it looked funny. They said they got the total amount wrong by a penny, and that's why it didn't look like it had been paid. They miscalculated on the taxes by a cent. So he started laughing up a storm. I said, so when we come in, we just owe you a penny? He said, nah, we got you covered. Don't worry about the penny, man. Just get here.
All of this for a penny. We've been dealing with this like 5 minutes before we left Champions Run, and I'm supposed to be and you have all this running. We couldn't call because we're towing and stuff. It was just...
So the lesson is this. Number one, be calm. God's in control. But number two, keep it in the back of your mind. Ask the people, does it say you haven't been paid, or does it say the amount is wrong and I can pay the difference? Oh, because we've never done this before.
No.
We've had this card for years, and we've got all these points to use, and we're like, what good is this if you can't even use it? But apparently it was 1 penny off, and that made their systems put a big X on it. So now we know.
We're just RVers that live in an RV. We don't deal with hotels, but when your RV goes into the shop, you must deal with a hotel. I mean, that's the reality of full-time RV life. Eventually, your RV is going to go in the shop for something. All right, y'all, sorry for the sun. It's like right there, but we're at the Staybridge Suites in Gainesville. So it takes about 40 minutes to get to the RV roofing place. And so we have this little cart to carry all of our luggage. And Matthew thinks it's going to take 2 trips.
Oh, it will, yeah.
Here is a tour of our hotel. The reason we picked this is because obviously it has a kitchen, y'all. And they said that they provide, let's see, plates and cups, and I'm thinking pans and stuff. Yeah, there's pans and stuff down there. We've got a sink with, what is it? It's not Dawn, but Palmolive. We have a stove. We have a refrigerator. Oh, we've got a microwave. We've got an eating place right here. I'm thinking this is going to be Matthew's desk because here's mine. I got to figure out how to raise that chair up. So I've got a place for me to work while we're here.
I think y'all see who's in charge of this operation.
We have a king bed. Matthew, what is your favorite thing over here about this hotel stay?
Complimentary breakfast. All about the food.
Mine is the bathtub. I'm
Holy
so
cow,
excited.
this is huge.
It's a huge bathroom, but I'm excited about this bathtub because I have not had a bubble bath in like 4 years.
Y'all, we are used to living in 300 square feet, 350 maybe when the slides are up. This bathroom is half the size of our home.
Look at
This
that.
is huge.
It's huge, but it doesn't have a foot pedal. How many times are we gonna go like...
What is your impression of this place? You obviously like it.
I love it. Like, I walked in, I'm like, wow. I mean, I understand most hotel rooms are small, but this is a suite, and we needed it because we needed the desk and the kitchen to cook and stuff like that. But I think we're going to enjoy our stay here. I'm very excited about getting to take a bubble bath.
We're so
and
easy to please.
I'm excited, y'all. Everybody.
Morning.
We are on our way to RV Roof. It'll be the first day of the roof project, so to speak.
Yep, day number 1.
All right, y'all, we're pulling it into FlexArmor, and let's see what we can get into today.
Oh, there's Solitude.
Yeah, someone dropped another RV off.
Your destination is on the right.
Little doggy. Look at that. Hi, how are you?
I've never come to visit my rig before.
Yeah, kind of wobbly. Ugh.
Keep going.
I'm going. Watch your step, Matthew. Oh, it's wobbly.
I say go ahead and get rid of that because they've got their whole...
Just because it's there doesn't mean I know what it does, so.
And there's a high chance that it's just floating in your wall somewhere, and when they installed it, they knew where it went. So you just have no idea where those are popping out.
When our solar people put the solar on, they said we don't even touch that ready-to-wire solar stuff. So I have a question. How thick is this roof going to be, and how high up on this does it come? Or
that we're actually getting rid of completely.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Okay.
These
All
are
right.
an attic vent, and somewhere along the line, mostly Grand Design, I think actually Sue Whitney started it, but I'm not 100% sure. They put these in, and usually they say you need to vent your attic space. But this is filled with insulation. There is no airflow. It's not like a house. You don't have your you don't have your cooler air and your hotter air. You don't have airflow. You don't have an empty airspace pocket. And then 9 times out of 10, when we take these off, they cut an X in the rubber, so all it's doing is blowing up into the hole, like it's pressed up against the little grate. So it's not even actually open.
I'm not surprised.
And then on the other times, they didn't even bother to cut the X and the material, and they just put this in place so that you have an attic vent, but they didn't even cut the rubber. So that's why we removed them, because this is a huge opening that goes right into your attic space.
Wow.
So if this lid was to go on you and you didn't know it, you'd have water going straight to your insulation. When we have the solar, we like to keep just one person on it.
Yeah.
So they remember. And what he'll do is
try to remember.
Yeah. And so what he'll do is he's going to number them. He's going to mark the wires, so that when he comes back up here, he'll have arrows. So he'll know like 1, 2, 3, and what's the front. So he puts everything right back. And then depending on your connectors, he'll mark different stuff so he knows which direction they went. That kind of thing.
I'm looking forward to these not being here anymore.
No.
So that's another attic vent that's going away.
Oh, so you'll be able to walk through that.
That'll be helpful getting on the slide.
Yeah. Oh, look, the chicken. Oh, so then that's wood right after that.
And that's wood right underneath that. Yeah.
So that's how fragile that membrane is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see how easy that pulls up.
Yeah, I've seen lots of video and pictures of that happening.
Yeah.
Here's our roof. The ACs are no longer there, Matthew.
Wow, the ACs are gone.
Yeah. They got plastic all around it now.
Look at this. They just cut this off in order to get the die-core off. Remember that front bead that was here?
Remember how many times you fixed that?
I've had to fix that several times. It didn't look pretty. Let's see what else they got.
Oh, that's where the attic vent was. So that's the hole she was talking about. It didn't really...
So this is the attic vent, and I'm feeling this. It just goes into insulation. It didn't do anything.
Yeah.
There was absolutely no reason for it to be there.
They're still removing that. They haven't removed that yet. But that's where our air conditioner's sat, y'all.
Well, now we have natural air conditioning. All right, they taped up.
So that means the spray comes up to there?
Probably, yeah. Yeah. It doesn't mean the roof will be this thick. They'll just spray up the sides.
Oh, our solar panels are gone.
Oh, wow.
That looks weird. Oh my goodness. I just noticed that because you can see the color. Because Matthew obviously didn't wash the roof under the solar panels, but that's...
Wow.
That's
where the
weird,
brackets were.
Seeing where our solar panels aren't.
I guess we ain't boondocking anymore.
Matthew. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, that was another attic.
Yeah, another attic fan, which
Yeah.
went to nowhere. There's no space in there. It's just insulation.
And that was...
Another AC unit gone.
Okay. That just looks weird with our solar panels gone.
So our ladder's covered. And again, in the back,
There's Cluck.
there's Clark. In order to get rid of that bead, that big thick bead of Dicor, they just cut it out.
Yeah,
Wow, what a difference a day makes.
I know. And
All right,
there-
this is our 5G antenna, and it's adhered to the base, to the roof, and there's wires that go down inside, so they opted not to move it. They're just going to spray up the side a little bit.
Do you remember, Matthew, where all the solar panels were laid out?
Well, you look for the big dirt squares, and that's where they were.
Yeah,
That's our max air fan right there.
that he's taping up. And then they wrote
Oh,
right
that's
here.
to remind them to leave
They'll-
us so we
yeah.
can see light. So the spray is going to come up to here, and
Yeah.
we'll still get daylight.
Did you ever think anybody would ride on the roof?
No, but they were explaining that a lot of people don't have skylights as big as this, and so they can actually just get you a new one, because these tend to get brittle over time, but ours is kind of unique. It's huge. It's very long, so they can't replace it. So what do you think after seeing the rig like this?
It's very strange. Like, I don't think it hit me till I'm like, wait a minute, where's our solar panels? It looks really weird.
I didn't even notice they were gone until she said something, and then the AC units are gone. I tell you, I haven't asked them this, but I bet it takes longer to prep all this stuff than it does to actually spray the roof.
Oh, and then to sand down the Dicor and stuff.
Yeah, you spend all that time on Dicor and they just get rid of it like it's
Right,
nothing.
right. So they're starting to spray the roof now. So if y'all are seeing the blue, that's the primer.
So how many different layers does he do then by the time it's ready to roll?
I always, like I said, I'm always weary of saying layers because it's we put down, we've got some special cleaning products and other things and have the
Right.
primer, and then when he sprays it, it's more of just building it up. Like he doesn't have to put some down and come back. He just
eyeballs it as he's
yeah,
going.
and he'll have a pattern for a lot of it,
Okay.
and he knows that if he does like 4 or 5 passes this way, that way he has it in the right thickness.
I got a vision for the things you ain't believe. And here's the motto, hard work is over everything. It's that comeback. I'm calling plays, hit the pass, then the run back. Yeah, I'm far ahead and gotta run laps. But we ain't letting up, we never done that. Ain't nowhere to hide. You ain't gotta see me come and keep me on your mind. Cause I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way.
They said they're supposed to put a top coat on there, and right now he's building it up. So that's why he'll go to a spot, leave, go to another spot, leave. He's building it up. He's a professional. He's done this so much he knows what to look for. And if he gets it wrong, there's the foreman. A very scary little girl. Just kidding. See, you don't do it right, you get in trouble.
All right, y'all, these black cans is what the mixture comes out of that they spray on the roof. You see the hose goes up right there, and then it goes to where he is there. And then they have another side, they call them A and B side, and they have another side that goes over there. And they said that once they have the mixture, they can do 4 40-foot RVs before they have to redo it. Okay, y'all, we are back up here on the scaffolding, and they're done spraying the main stuff, right?
Yeah. All that's left is the top coat.
Yeah, so they're gonna come back and spray the top coat. So this is what it looks like before the top coat goes on. Looking pretty good. What do you think, Matthew?
I think it looks really good. It's nice and smooth.
All right, this is the top coat going on.
The top coat is going to be the nice shiny shell that makes everything look good and makes it harden.
It looks so nice and white. All right, y'all, we are back at rvroof.com, hashtag FlexArmor. All right, looks like they're starting to take the tape off.
Yep, that is today's mission. Take the tape off, kind of reveal it.
To prove that it's dry, she's walking on it. It's not sticking to her feet. She probably doesn't want her feet on here, but there she goes. Oh, cool.
What is that? Is that the front? That's the bathroom.
That's the bathroom.
That's skylight.
Vent.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That we lost the cover to Bow Bridge.
I remember.
Now he's doing the wine guard. Let's see what this looks like.
Should be a nice straight edge. Even though we never used the wine guard.
Yeah.
I know you're looking forward to seeing the sides come off.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be neat. All right, y'all, here is our ladder with some of the tape done.
Yeah, they did some of the tape. This is where it's permanently bound to the ladder itself, so no water is gonna get in here.
Yeah.
Pretty cool
it looks
stuff.
So nice. It's the grand reveal of the Grand Design junction box.
I'm just looking forward to seeing what all the stuff back on it now.
Oh, look. That looks neat how it has the thing around the bottom, and there's all of our wires for
And I'm glad I'm
solar.
not the one who has to put them back.
Yeah. All right, y'all, and they're taking the plastic off the side now.
Goes the front cap. Let's see how good this looks.
Oh, wow. It looks so
straight
nice.
edge looks really nice.
Look at that, y'all. All right, now he's taking it off the back. Oh.
So clean. Well, clean's a relative word.
All right, y'all, we're here with Jennifer, one of the owners from rvroof.com, FlexArmor, and what's your first question for her, Matthew?
So we were doing a lot of talking, and you said that you spent a fair amount of time online, both spreading the truth about your FlexArmor product, roofing product, as well as rvroof.com, your installation and shop location website. And you have a lot of people out there who just don't seem to understand things. So if you could pick one, what's the biggest misconception or mistruth or poorly understood thing that you just wish everybody understood about either of your RV roof or FlexArmor?
That not all sprayed RV roofs are the same. Just because somebody says that they're spraying a polyurea or they're doing a sprayed roof, there's a lot of differences in preps, products underneath that spray, and the spray materials themselves. That's a huge industry with millions of formulas and options, and unfortunately you can go to anybody and just buy something, they'll sell you the equipment. So that's the biggest thing we worry about, is that just random people buying stuff.
And so that leads into our third question, if Sean doesn't mind me taking it. In certain industries, some lithium batteries, for example, they tell you they have a lifetime warranty, and this goes back into what you just said. And what they mean by that is after so many cycles, they consider the lifetime over. Your lifetime warranty is actually lifetime. And how does that tie into what you just said about not everybody is doing the same thing?
Well, yeah, there's a couple things that tie into that. One, if you're not using the right kind of polyureas with the right underlying products, you're at best going to have a mechanical bond. So what we're seeing happen is people are going to other places, whether they're a bedliner company or an RV service center that has jumped into saying, oh, I can do that, I'm not going to go through them. It takes about 2 to 3 years for those failures to come through, and that's what we're starting to see, because that mechanical bond does not survive weather changes. And so we're seeing that more and more. We've been doing this 20 years, really got a foothold probably about in the last 10, and now we're starting to see a lot of that and people jumping in. So that mechanical bond, and then what's happening is when that guy goes out of business, you don't have anybody to go back to. And unfortunately, we are seeing people who, I don't want to name company names, but there's been companies who spray a product on a roof and tell them, oh, it's the same thing as FlexArmor, you can go there if you have a problem, and they're showing up at our shops, and sorry, we're stripping it down. That is an inferior product. It cracks in the sun. They usually are what's called hybrids in the polyurea world. They're cheaper, and so you're just running a risk if they're not on our website. Honestly, we make our products, they're made exclusively, so everybody can, and I kind of always say, a lot of people put that on their websites, and unfortunately in the marketing world, people like to hedge the truth, and so we're kind of fighting that right now, just trying to get that out there.
Because of your experience and how you developed this formula, you and your husband, this is an actual lifetime roof that you know is going to last.
Yeah, I mean, like you just saw one that just left here. Well, I don't know how close y'all looked at it, but like that was an 8-year-old one, and it looks still bonded. I mean, besides your normal weather, dirty from being outside, it was fine. It looks just like yours did as far as being stuck and all that. We've got roofs back as far as 20 years that come through. We always do, like this customer, I always offer to pressure wash them to get the pictures, to get video. I think I'll have to start back on that, but when we run into our customers at rallies, we have it behind us, the time behind us.
That's good. I think we've seen stuff online, and we kind of had this misconception that once you get a forever roof, you can't get solar anymore, or nothing can be done to your roof.
That might be the case with. I always tell my marketing company, I do not like using the last RV roof you'll ever need or whatever, because everybody does that. Yeah. And I think that that's probably true with a lot of the rolled-on roofs that promote that. I don't know how well you can go back, but we can respray just that area and go back to seamless. So yeah, you can do anything you want later.
So if you got a cracked sunroof, or you want to add more solar, then we can just they could just come back here and
or any shop. That's another huge benefit to FlexArmor and what we spent these years doing. You are not dependent on going back to the shop that you originally had stuff done. So if you wanted to go, you started out in Washington State, you've added more solar, you can come to any shop that's got time to do it, and get on their schedule. So that network is what we feel is one of our really second to the biggest factor for people, is you're never dependent. We just shut down a location for bad workmanship. If you had your roof done there, we're all backing it up. We'll take care of that problem. So nobody else has that.
Wow, so instead of chasing the dollar, you're chasing quality first, and you'll shut down a franchise.
Yes, we will shut people down. We try everything we can to save them, because it is a big investment to become a FlexArmor operator, but we're just not going to tolerate that. Too many years in it.
All right, well, it's day number
1, 2, 3,
4.
4. We can count to 4.
So we are going to go see our solar panels get installed, or at least a couple of them, see how that looks. But then they should be hopefully wrapping it up today and pulling her out sometime today.
Yep, and then tomorrow morning we show up bright and early and take her home. Well, to the next home.
Yeah, back to our RV park, Champions Gate. And it's going to be the Friday before Memorial Day, so I'm sure it's going to be pretty chaotic there. Alright, y'all, they've already got our solar panels over on the side, 3 right here. Oh, there's 3
there they are. They got to lay them out, make sure they put them in the right place and wire it up. Alright, right, Sean's going to show you the brackets. One thing they're going to do before they put this back is all this old die core and this garbage right here, they're going to scrape that off so it looks better. The last time I saw this, we were at SCS in Indiana.
But did we watch them put the solar panels on though?
Yeah, he took a forklift and a pallet up the side of it, and then Dylan, the installer, did it all by himself.
Wow.
But that's all he does, all day, every day. Well, he doesn't do it anymore.
And that's how they're
looks like a glove.
That was pretty anticlimactic. It just went on.
It's almost like they designed it to work that way.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's a different, if you look at all these wires, they've all got different colored ends to the tape. I mean, colored tape on the ends.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing that's part of the puzzle, so he makes sure that everything gets together that should go together. Pretty smart.
And he's using his head to balance that one. He was using his head to balance that one. Very talented. He's got very talented workers here.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be like a proper, like it's going to all work out how it should.
So don't be afraid if you have solar. I mean, that was our concern about, you know, having solar and getting a roof like this, because I'm like, I don't want the solar taken off after our solar company put it on, but they take it off and put it right back on for you.
Yeah, it's not like they have to rewire anything. They just unplug what's there and plug it back in, and really that's it.
I mean, did you have the same feelings? You're kind of worried about it going off?
I was apprehensive about it coming off, but when you think about it, it's just unplug and replug.
Yeah.
And as long as they're careful, that's all that matters.
Yeah. The time has come to say goodbye to free breakfasts and luxurious bubble baths.
We had people waiting on us hand and foot, and the time is over. Oh well.
Now we have to go see Lady Belle. She'll be waiting for us when we get there.
And the big reveal. Everything should, now this is us, so who knows, but everything should be back up. I have every confidence it's going to be good, but the proof is in the seeing, so we'll see.
Or is it the proof is in the pudding? Where did that
pudding?
quote?
I don't eat pudding.
Where did that quote come from? The proof is in the pudding.
I don't know, but for me the proof is in the seeing. So let's go see.
All right, back to RV life we go.
Yay!
All right, y'all, we're on the roof. It looks wet, probably from the Florida humidity, but we've got a max air fan here. But here's all our solar put on.
Grand reveal. It looks the same with the solar, but it's a brighter white. Now it's a little dirty because, like she said, it's wet, but look how this looks. Show them around here. Give them a few examples. Now here's the skylight. You see how they went up. This is how thick it is. And you might say, oh, that needs caulking. It doesn't. This is permanently adhered to the skylight, to the roof. And you can see how far up it goes. So there's no way water is going to intrude in there. And you can show them the junction box. It's the same thing.
Well, it's the same thing over here. It's better to see it right there on that wine guard too, yeah.
Now let me go over here. You stay here. Now the solar panels are something different. They have these posts or these studs right here that are sprayed in, and they're permanently adhered in some secret kind of magical way, and they're in there in the lining of the roof. So then they just put your solar panels down on top of them, and you can remove these quite easily if you need to, but the posts are always going to be in there. So it's a very clean installation, no sealant necessary, because like I said, these studs right here are sprayed in. Before, you remember all that messy die core, and over time die core cracks. And that's another thing. We were talking, and we know several people who either aren't able to get on the roof, or they just don't ever because they're just not comfortable, or maybe they have a big huge whopping solar panel in the middle of their roof, and for whatever reason they can't get on their roof. And we were thinking that maybe something like this is right for you if that's your situation, because think about it. If you never get on your roof, die core, all that sealant, all the stuff that the manufacturer put up there, over time it dehydrates and it pulls away, like any caulking, but this is on the roof. It's in the sun all the time. It pulls away, and any little pinhole you get in a roof, any little pinhole, the water is going to find the path of least resistance, and where is it going to go? Down into your walls, down into your ceiling, and it's going to rot things away. If you cannot ever get on your roof and you never maintain it, you might want to think about this. It doesn't affect me I don't get paid whether you get this kind of roof or not. So that's totally up to you. It doesn't affect my life at all. I'm just saying, this might be the kind of roof for you if that's your situation. One and done, permanent, lifetime warranty. That's why we're so proud to get this roof. All right, y'all, we're back inside and we've got the AC running and we're not plugged in. We're using our solar setup, and that's to make the maximum draw as we can. See, our AC load is over 1,000 and our charge is over 700. It's the morning time. We're probably not facing south, so that's pretty good. That tells me that it's working as it should. We tried the main AC and now we're trying the bedroom AC. All right, your unfiltered response to everything.
It looks really nice. I wish the roof wasn't wet and I left my dirty shoe prints all over it, you know me. But we're definitely going to get pictures of it. But it's Florida, it's humidity, it's wet right now, but I like the way everything looks. We just have to put our, what do you call them things? The
wire looms.
The wire looms back on the solar so the sun don't fry the wires.
So overall, if this were something that we were coming off the street to pay for, would you think it would be worth it to us, yes or no?
Yeah, because it's lifetime, so you don't have to constantly get up there. It looks nice, number one. Number two, oh, and the sun is, I'm sorry, squirrel moment, the sun is shining perfectly through
the skylight.
The skylight. What was I saying? But yeah, I would definitely get it because you don't know how many times Matthew has to get on the roof to check the dicor and everything. And if you're like us and you have a lot of solar, that's more places.
And if you miss
that you
one,
have to dicor.
If you miss one, folks, then you can get rotted wood, rotted ceilings, and all that stuff.
So I'm pretty happy with it. And we'll let you know as we go. We'll just keep getting up. I mean, we get up there anyways every time we leave an RV park to check our slides. But we're going to be getting up there to put the looms, the wire looms back on.
Yeah, and the wire loom's
stuff.
nothing magical. It's just something to kind of encase the wires, to give it an added protection from birds and squirrels and whatnot.
I'm excited about it, and they're very nice to work with. They're extremely nice. They're very friendly. I just could spend all day talking to them. They have all these stories and stuff. So.
And they have 37 or 38 locations. By the time you see this, it might be more. So overall, big success. Big thumbs up. All right, y'all, get excited. $500 off at participating locations if you mention Broken Dreams Reborn. So $500 off. Participating locations, go to rvroof.com or call. They have phone numbers on there. Call your favorite location, see if they're participating. $500. That goes a long way off a new roof.
It's a pretty good deal.
Awesome.
Are you ready to leave on the Friday before Memorial Day weekend?
Our timing might not be great, but I'm ready to get out of here and continue the adventure. Let's get it. You ready?
Yeah.
Tires are still good.